Hello and welcome to the Crochet Business School podcast. I'm your host, Kelly Thomas, and I'm going to help you to make your crochet dreams a reality stitch by stitch and show you how you can create a successful and profitable business using your crochet, keeping a flexible lifestyle so you don't have to sacrifice too much time with your family. Did you know that there's a way that you can take advantage of Pinterest even if you don't use it to market your crochet? So Pinterest is a giant search engine. Often it's lumped in with social media, but it's not. You don't have to be social on Pinterest at all. But what it is a tool for people to curate collections. So if you haven't used Pinterest before just as a user, you can create your own boards and pin whatever you want to it. You can pin pins that you find on Pinterest. You can, pin any of the content, the videos, carousels, whatever feature it's got right now. You can pin anything on Pinterest onto boards of your own naming and creation. You can also pin any image you find on the internet. There are now plugins and tools to allow you to pin any image on the internet onto Pinterest boards. Why is this relevant for you if you don't use Pinterest for your crochet? Because what people are using Pinterest for is to plan. It's a big planning site. And Pinterest users, on average, start planning 45 days before they buy, which means that you can use Pinterest data to discover what people are going to be buying in 45 days' time. So every week, Pinterest releases their trends report, and anyone can access it. You don't have to be a Pinterest user to get that data. And it tells you what people are planning this week. It shows you what's trending up. So what's had a spike in saves, what category of images, what category of links are being saved onto people's boards. Pinterest also has a site called Trends. So trends.pinterest.com is what it's called. And there you can search for data on what's trending. Now, when you're using this, the kind of initial urge is to go look for crochet. But actually you don't, because no one is buying or searching for crochet. When they are looking to plan what they're going to buy, they are planning in general, and they're looking for the look. They're not looking for the way it's made, they're looking for the look. What is going to suit their outfit? No one's going to care that it's crochet. Okay, no one's buying your bags because they're crochet. They're buying them because they fit the look that they want. So searching for crochet is going to get you nowhere. We're looking for the trends. So if, for example, the trend up is spring weddings, if you sell anything that can be used for weddings, then you can take advantage of this trend. So wedding attire, wedding accessories, wedding favors, wedding decor, all fits in. The theme could be spring fashion. Well, anything that fits the look will suit spring fashion. So your bags could fit the spring trend if you have images of someone wearing an outfit that's inspired by spring, or have your bag has a design that fits the spring theme, the colours, or has spring flowers crocheted on it, it fits. So you know to promote those items right now, because in 45 days people are planning on it. You can encourage people to pin your images to Pinterest. It doesn't matter if you have an account on there or not, as long as it goes onto their boards, because then they're going back to look at it later when they are going to make that purchase. Pinterest is a really powerful tool, and you don't even have to use it as a business person. You can just encourage the Pinterest users in your audience to use it to their advantage and, of course, your advantage. So this is a really good tool to get in on. And yes, sometimes you got to think outside the box. If the theme is nursery decor, what have you got that could fit into nursery decor? Don't think in a straight line. Think outside the box and you will see how this fits the trends. And this report changes every week. It's always looking about next week's data. So you do have to jump on this fairly quickly. So it can be hard to predict, but Pinterest has millions of users across the globe. And so this data is really good to know what current trends are. And because there are so many users, it's a really good indicator of what is actually going on and what themes are being followed. And Pinterest users are really good for crochet businesses because they tend to be looking for something a bit different. So Pinterest users tend to be looking for something a bit more out the ordinary, a bit more exclusive. They don't want the mass-marketed high street brands. They want something that's a bit more out the ordinary, like handmade items like your crochet. So Pinterest users are far more likely to be your ideal audience than just random people on the internet. So it's really in your advantage to encourage Pinterest users to pin your images. This is one of the reasons why you should always have your photos of your crochet either with your logo on or with a watermark, because there is no telling where your pictures are going to end up. Because it's not just Pinterest that people can save to your images. They can be saved anywhere. There's plenty of plugins to allow people to save them to whatever platform they want. So always have your pictures watermarked or with your logo on so that they know where they came from and can track you back when they're ready to buy. People who are planning to buy, they're going to save lots of different things. They're not necessarily going to remember exactly where they pinned them from or where they found them, and so making sure they can be tracked back to you is how you're really going to take advantage of all this pinning frenzy as someone is getting ready to make the final decision and make their purchase. Right, so looking at the Pinterest trends, so I'm just looking at my phone now. This week, as I'm recording this, the biggest trends of the week, so this is based on this month versus last month. Soup recipes are up 800%. Given the weather, I'm not surprised. Bit difficult to take advantage with crochet. But the second one, up 700%, is search term anthropology home. It's very specific, but that's basically natural designs for the home, very botanical, nature inspired. You could definitely take advantage of that with flower decorations, anything that's inspired by the natural world. Bouquets, you got crochet bouquets, anything like that. That could really fit into the balance of that trend. Icy nails, also difficult to do with crochet. So not everything's going to fit, but everything could. No, some of these could. Number 4 is Colorado. The American state is being searched for. You can fit into that if you've got something that would suit going to Colorado to be worn. So very mountainous. So if you have hat and scarf sets, perfect for a trip to Colorado, you could get in on that. So there are ways to fit outside the box. Winter hair braids are up. If you've got accessories for the hair, you could say it's a good way to accessorize your winter hair braids. It's a good way to jump onto what people are actually searching for and what they've got in mind. So it makes for good social media posts. If nothing else, it's a good thing to talk about, showing that you know what's on trend and giving people other ideas. It gives you ideas for content and different ways that you can present your crochet for people to look at it in a different way. And if it fits in with pinning onto those Pinterest boards they're creating to plan those purchases, plan that occasion, then it's a double winner. So this is a great way of getting that little crystal ball 45 days ahead to know what people are going to buy. So you can plan your social media. You can plan what you're planning to promote. Because maybe something comes up in these trends that you thought, well, no one's going to be buying that right now, and you haven't been promoting it. You could discover that actually now is a really good time to do it. So looking at tools like this is a great way of knowing what people are going to be searching for, what people are going to be buying in the next month and a half. And that's a great place to be. There are tools like this around all over the place, but you don't know they exist until someone tells you. But they can be a really useful tool if you take advantage of them. So going to the website trends.pinterest.com and keeping an eye on it, it gives you content ideas. It gives you ideas of what you can promote, gives you ideas of what you can encourage your Pinterest users that are in your audience to pin to their boards. Because don't forget, people are pinning from each other's boards as well, so things can spread around and you can have a brand new audience from people pinning your images to Pinterest without ever having a business account on Pinterest yourself. You don't have to be on Pinterest to take advantage of these things, but it's a fantastic little tool that is free of charge. It's on its own public website. Take advantage, because it's a great way of having a bit of a market insight, absolutely free, and it gives you content ideas as well. It's a win-win. So make sure your photos are always watermarked with your logo and people can find their way back to you. You can create pinnable images for your social media with text overlays on to make it even easier for the Pinterest users to find their way back to you. It's just another way of promoting your crochet. So if you have any questions, let me know, because I would love to know if you're taking advantage of this and if you found success with it. And I do have one favour to ask you this week, and that is, could you leave a review of this podcast? Either in the comments or go to crochetbusinessschool.com/review and leave it there. I would really appreciate it. And you can even leave suggestions for what you would like to hear about in upcoming podcasts. So thank you for listening and thank you for the reviews. And I shall see you next time for the next episode. Bye for now.